Young people raised about 25 million naira for protests, and protesters are testifying to the impact of the disbursed fund on food and medical supplies. Yet, the federal government allegedly disbursed 600 billion naira as COVID-19 palliative, and no single Nigeria benefited. So we should remember that when we collect money for a job or road construction and refuse to execute the job, which eventually leads to the death of innocent people, or a civil servant, you collect kickback and over-invoice contract paper, thereby making it impossible to execute other jobs, you are worse than SARS. As a politician, be you senator, honorable or honorable members, president, governor, or chairman, or councillor, and your salaries or allowances are 100 times more than that of the people you represent, yet you still circumvent the process to enable you steal from public purse, then there's no difference between you and the gun-trotting SARS. As a lawyer or judge, when you collect money to trade off judgments and grant electoral victory to someone rejected at the poll and make someone who didn't participate in the election process become a governor, president, senator, or even lawmaker, and he eventually takes decisions that will affect thousands of people, there's no hiding place from it. You are SARS. A lecturer or employer who requests for sex or money in return for marks or employment is definitely not different from SARS, even though he's not carrying a gun. A police IG or commissioner who receives police budget and fixes it in an interest-yielding account while collecting the interest therein up front, yet the rank and file under him or her are left to suffer, is the true meaning of SARS itself. A medical doctor who, after swearing to the Hippocratic Oath, still watches people die carelessly while insisting on payment of bills before treatment is a practicing SARS member. As a regulator or custom officer, immigration, government department, ministries, agencies, ICPC, EFCC, civil defense, etc., and you use your job to oppress, harass, and intimidate people, if someone calls you SARS, answer him, because that's your name, that's what you are. People work tirelessly for 35 years in government, and they have to die by stomach before you pay them pension. While SARS kills 10 with their pen or inaction, you kill hundreds with your actions. As a supporter of politicians, you criticize everything government did while in opposition, only to support everything you once criticized once your candidate is in government, or vice versa. In fact, you are SARS personified. You that increased tariff in the midst of a pandemic is worse than SARS. The list is endless. I would therefore advocate that as we protest for a better policing and society, we must also remember that our workers, politicians, lecturers, civil servants, judges, lawyers, doctors, police are drawn from amongst us. And it is those little injustices that we failed or neglect to address years ago that became the convention that we are addressing now. Let us start anew and with a new orientation and a new social order. That social reorientation can begin when we reduce the salaries and allowances of our public office holders and cut wastages. We would have enough fund to plow into other sectors of the economy. If government treats everyone as a stakeholder in the Nigerian project, and we collectively see ourselves as such, and all do our little bit, whether anybody is watching or not, we would have reduced the SARS in our life without having to change the name from SARS to SWAT.
Presidency don't talk, say make every state set up judicial panel of inquiry into all cases of police brutality. Me, I don't think say bad. I think say a good step, and that's one step towards justice. I'll tell you why. This is what the panel is supposed to do. All of them go sit down, they go listen to everybody we get case, we get police case. They go ask you, say, what thing happen on so day? What thing this policeman do to you? Oh yeah, bring your evidence. They go collect the case, collect all the evidence, and make a recommendation to the Attorney General of the state where there's a criminal offense. And guess what? When police officer shoot person, now the offense of murder. When police officer beat person to stupor, now the offense of torture. When police officer carry you go ATM, say make you withdraw money, and he point gun for you, that is the offense of armed robbery. All these offenses are well within the jurisdiction of state offenses. So Attorney General of the state can definitely prosecute for these offenses. So don't let any state governor come and tell you that, oh, the state does not have power to. You can prosecute. So this is a step in the right direction. I think all states should choose their youth representatives to be on that panel, so they no go come do us mago again. All this one where they go do, where they go say they don't set up committee. Everything must be broadcast live. I think the closest thing we had to this was to put a panel. Maybe they show her, maybe they show everything for telly. This accountability that we speak of, we have to start it now. We have to start it now. Every state, choose your youth representative. We go that panel. We go monitor everything, and we say we go hold them accountable. And this is why, personally, a lot of people have been sending me messages. Oh, you are my person. Are you our trust? I really appreciate it. I'm flattered. But personally, I'd rather not be on the panel. I'd rather be a part of the framework of the youth, making sure that those are our representatives, or I would like to call them messengers, because they are only there to report to us. That those people, those are our messengers, are accountable to us. So thank you very much. I think everybody should go and choose their youth rep. Let's get this justice. Let's make sure that justice is served. Let's make sure that the people that lost their lives in the hands of police officers actually get justice. This is very, very important to this movement. Justice must be served.
We're doing great, though. We're doing great. As in, I never thought a day like this would come where Nigerians will be disunited. Whether you're out there on the streets, whether you're here online retweeting, you are doing great. We are all doing well. But guys, we need a plan. What is the plan? 5 to 5 is being met in Lagos. 5 to 5 being met in Plateau. Is 5 to 5 being met in Cross River State? Is 5 to 5 being met in Abuja? We have 36 states in this country. Make only they do as you say now one state to get for this country. We need a plan. A panel is being set up. We need Nigerian youth in that panel. We need people that can relate to our pains in that panel. Not the same old recycled leaders. You can't relate to my pain. You can't relate to hunger. You don't starve before. They don't shoot your brother before. We don't do anything. You cannot relate. So we need Nigerians, young Nigerians that understand this movement in that panel. You can't be saying maximum of 6 months for something that can be sorted and done if we have a smart Nigerian youth in that panel in a couple of weeks. We need a plan. And you see that Lekki toll gate, all of you there need to get a grip of yourself. Because I feel like, Una don't they deviate. If you don't they deviate, give mic to police brutality victims. They didn't share their stories. I personally have two stories with the police. They didn't share their stories. Get a projector. Showing all the videos of people that have been killed cold-blooded or in cold blood. Can't be there smoking shisha, playing snooker. There's time for everything, oh. This is the wrong timing for what you people are doing there. It's not a carnival, it's not a meet and greet, it's not a photo studio. We mean business. People have lost their lives legit for this cause. Shall we do candlelight yesterday night? Make we no forget. Get a grip of yourself.